So, trust is one of the hardest things to rebuild after infidelity. I have that question so often, whether it be in the Facebook group that I manage or with my clients, is will I ever trust them again? How in the world can I possibly trust them again? What if I can't trust them again? Or they just blatantly tell me I will never trust them again? Whatever it is, I think this is one of the biggest hurdles we have to get over if we're choosing to stay in relationship with a person that betrayed us. That's you and you're watching this right now. Hi, I am Monica Humpel, a master certified coach. I coach women like us. I too was betrayed and chose to stay in my marriage. And if you're looking for a coach or you want some free resources, be sure to check out the description. But in this video, I want to make sure that we talk a little bit about trust. I want to help us, I don't know, maybe think about it a little bit differently and provide perhaps some hope if you have those same questions. So stay tuned. To talk about trust and to really unpack this appropriately, I want to share with you that as I'm recording this, I am almost to the date, literally, 13 years away from D-Day. It's been a long journey for me, and what I'm going to share with you in this video is probably about 75% coming from my own personal experience and 25% more of a professional opinion. But I'm here to share this with you in the hopes that maybe it will be helpful to you in your own journey to regain trust and rebuild trust after betrayal. For me, when I got married, I the way I trusted when I got married, I like to call kind of an innocent trust, meaning that this is a person that, in my mind, would never ever do anything like this to me. This person treasured me, they loved me. And when I looked to our future, it was beautiful. It was going to be amazing. And I mean, literally, I walked down the aisle with a basket full of hopes and dreams, and he was going to be on that journey with me, and everything was going to be great. So I guess you could call it naive as well. I actually had been cheated on in a relationship once, and but it just didn't dawn on me. Maybe that's a better way to put it. I was 26 years old when I got married, so it's not like I was, 16 or something. I was 26, and I was, I'd been on my own for years. I had a career, and I deem myself a pretty intelligent person. Not more intelligent than anybody else, but certainly not unintelligent. And I had all these hopes and dreams. It was very innocent. It was really sweet and beautiful, and I guess you could say naive as well. So fast forward to D-Day, I feel like what transpired in that moment when I realized this person that I saw through the lens of that naivete actually was capable of hurting me and actually chose to hurt me, which was very different than the person I thought I married. I don't know if this is ringing true for you or not. I mean, maybe when you got married, you were very cynical. I don't know, but for me, that's how it felt. Was it's I can, It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, you know? They're off to see the wizard. The wizard's going to make it all okay, and everything's going to be great. But when they see the person behind the curtain, it's like all those hopes and dreams start going down the drain because reality sets in that it's not what you thought it was. So my struggle to regain trust came from trying to recreate the same level of trust I had when we walked down the aisle. That innocent, naive trust, I wanted that back. I wanted to be able to feel like so super confident that everything was going to be great and they were never going to do this to me again. That was not going to happen. Once reality sets in, there is no going back to the naivete. Once the curtain's been pulled back, something different has to be built. So, what I ended up doing, and what I think may be a good way to look at it, if you want to try this, is to build a different kind of trust that's not based on a bag of hopes and dreams and naivete and oh, the rainbows and all that stuff that we have when we walk down the aisle. It's not really based on that. It's based on experience and wisdom. You see, the trust I have now with my husband includes the reality that I know very well what he's capable of. I know very well um, the things that he chose to do, knowing how it would devastate me and break up our family. I mean, knowing all of that is part of my experience. So the trust that I choose to give my husband now, it looks and feels different, but it's still trust. I think one of the biggest components of this, and I hope you hear me here, the deepest amount of trust that I worked really hard to build was to trust myself. And this too came from a place of experience and wisdom. I know the woman I am today because of what I've been through. I know that I can probably overcome pretty much anything if I can overcome this, right? I know what I'm capable of. I'm capable of a whole lot of good things. I'm capable, I'm strong, I can do things. So the level of trust that I give myself is very deep. The trust I provide to my husband, the trust I choose to give when he says things, does things, whatever, is a level of trust that comes from experience. Yes, I trust him, but it's based on what I know to be true and not a bag of hopes and dreams. It's reality. Maybe what we struggle with is that we're grieving the loss of that innocent trust. You know, back when we didn't know that that was going to be a thing, and back when we thought never in a million years would this happen, that felt good. It was easy. It was free. It was relaxed. It was comfortable. It was safe. We've lost that. But it doesn't have to mean that you have lost the ability to trust altogether. And it doesn't have to mean that you can't recreate a trust that's just grounded a little bit differently, right? I don't know if this is your situation or not. I don't even know if you think this would be helpful to you, but if you want to try, look at trust through a different lens, not through the lens of the hopes and dreams, but the lens of experience and wisdom. Something tells me that as you are going through a fair recovery, you're learning a lot. You're learning a lot, you're growing, you're evolving, you are molding. You may not even realize that as you go through the fire, you are being hardened and molded, and something new is going to come. So trust, it's like that. It's going to look different. It's going to be new. And trust is a choice, okay? It's not a feeling, it's a choice. We choose to trust others. It's something we give. So if you're working on that right now, trying to make it happen, maybe it needs to be something different. All right, so that's my story. Again, probably about 75% my experience. I'm just sharing in case it's helpful. And I think 25% the professional side of me thinks that this is valid um, and is something that you could consider if you think that'll be helpful for you. Be sure to grab the freebies down below and schedule that free consultation with me if you'd like to meet with me and um, give it a try. See if that helps.